Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Matilda. In fact, it's a Matilda II, because the first Matilda looked completely different. Well, this one is a tier 4 British medium. It's located on the north spawn of Prokhorovka encounter, and this one's under the command of zoeballz of REBRN. Now, we did a video of Zoe in a Matilda yesterday, and she only got a first class in that battle, even though it was an absolute massacre where she annihilated the enemy and ended up with a huge score in terms of hit points. But Zoe sent this replay in about a month ago, at least a month ago, and I thought we'd feature it today because we could prove one thing about Zoe's capability in a Matilda. Well, it's an encounter battle, and she's actually going off to the west side of the map. Now, I think she's anticipating that some of the enemy tanks are going to come up this side, try and come bound around behind us. And she's right, because an A20 is over there in the distance. She's locked onto him. Hasn't got any hits off him yet. Ah, that's better. Well, the gun on the Matilda, as you may know, it's a 2-pounder gun, which is actually 14mm in caliber. But there's a little adapter at the end of the barrel, a Little John adapter actually. It's one word, Little John. And this is a squeeze bore adapter, which actually turns a 40mm shell into a 30mm shell and makes it able to penetrate the strongest armour that it might come up against. In fact, Matildas were capable of taking down KV-1s, and basically because the armour on the KV-1 could easily be penetrated with a round this of this caliber going that fast. You see she's aiming towards a KV-1 right now, and although she's having difficulty trying to get through him at the moment, that's I think because he's at the wrong angle. Now she's got him now. He's tracked, and now she's starting to penetrate him. German tanks had a lot of difficulty penetrating KV-1s, mainly because the armour was in so incredibly strong. So he's locked onto the BT-7 instead. The KV-1 though was badly damaged by Zoe. He's back in operation again, and she's locked on, and in fact she's locked onto a Sol 42. And she takes out the KV-1. Now that's a tier 5 heavy taken out by a tier 4 medium. She's aiming manually now at the BT-7, who's moving quite quickly. In fact, with tanks like that, it's essential that you do aim manually, because trying to aim auto aim can actually be quite difficult. And she's got a fire. She lit him up and he's stopped, and she's now shredding him. It's only 55 out for this gun. Oh, and she would have had the kill were it not for our VK3001H kill stealing that one away. So Zoe's only got the one kill so far, the KV-1, but she would have had at least 2 were it not for somebody else nicking that kill off her. The reason that happened was because obviously the 3001H was watching for the moment that Zoe stripped all the hit points away until there was just one shot between her and the kill, and then he'd jump in and quickly kill steal. Yep, there are some people who actually do that. Well, so he's found the KV-1 that she just wiped out, wiped out a short while ago. She's using the wreck for cover at the moment and looking for any more enemy. There's bound to be at least one enemy on this side of the map. She still can't see them. The only enemies she can see at the moment are over on the other side of the field. They're on the east side, next to the railway line. I think she wants somebody such as the Leopard to move forward and spot the enemy, and then she can go to work and take them out. All he needs to do is find them. And he's found one. It's a Polish medium, and look at the way she's stripping the armour off this guy. Now I hope that the Leopard doesn't get between us and the DSPZ, because he's about to die, and the Leopard's actually died as well. And kill shot. Yes. And now she's locked onto the SAU. She gets him. Now she's going for a Stug 3B. That's also a tier 4 tank destroyer. Well, in that brief moment, she's now got 3 kills and accumulated a huge amount of hit points and damage. But there's probably still some more enemies over this side of the map. In fact, somebody's indicating the looks is showing on the minimap as being up there. And so she's firing a few blind shots in that direction in the hope she'll actually hit the looks. You get a lot of ammunition in the Matilda, but you do need it because you can fire a lot of rounds at the enemy to take them out. In fact, you can see that Zoe's actually carrying a lot of rounds of APCR. Now the standard rounds will actually go through 121mm of armour, but the APCR, they'll go through 145, and sometimes that can be useful. Oh, there's the looks. He just fired at us. In fact, it looks to me like he just fired a 5cm gun, so he's not carrying the 3cm cannon. And one more shot, and she gets another kill. But there's still that Stug 3B, and she's changed position to avoid that guy getting another blind shot on her. Okay, so 4 kills now. And the enemy on the other side of the field are now visible to her, but a very long way away. So she's going to have to aim manually at those guys. Oh, enemy Arty. Yeah, she'll tap him straight away. Oh, no. Let it dial in. That's it. Perfect. That's it. That's the ticket. Yes! Another kill. So 5 kills now. Remember, it would have been 6 or even 7 kills were it not for the kill stealers who jumped in and seized those kills away from Zoe. She's now looking for that Stug 3B. Trouble is that when she comes outside the bushes, she's more likely to be spotted by that Stug 3B. But she's still got all of her hit points. Well, most of them. Only a few that she's lost so far. Only 10 hit points to the Stug. And here he is. And now she's going to work on him. And he just fired an HE round into her. And again. Yes, she's going to take this guy to pieces. One more. Oh, kill stealed again. A Matilda over by the other side of the field just took out the Stug when that kill should have gone to Zoe. So she should have had at least 3 more kills than she actually has at this moment. She's only got 5 and they're about to cap out. And there's only 1 enemy left. And according to my list, it's a T-34. And we don't know where he is, but they've capped out, so the game is over. And he's the other side of the cap, so Zoe couldn't get at him. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and we'll see how well Zoe did. Well, she's got an ace tanker, and I lost the screen there. That's better. She got an ace tanker in the Matilda on Prokhorovka. And Zoe also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 8 in this one. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. She got 5, 1 short of getting a top gun. But she was actually closer to getting at least 8 kills because, as you know, 2 kill steals directly that we saw, and another one that, well, potentially she could have got as well, the Sal, which was actually killed by somebody else during the battle, but she did actually fire at the guy. You can see him there, 2 shots into the Sal, just as she fired that last round in, just to kill the guy, and he was already dead. So yes, she would have ended up with a lot more kills were the other people not kill stealing from her. She also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of her own vehicle, and she took down 2 tanks which were a higher tier than her, which meant that she got a Lehvaslaiho's medal out of that one, at least 1 tier higher, 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers killed by a medium tank. And I'd hazard to guess that the medium tanks in question, or rather the tier 6 tanks in question that she took out, were actually the KV-1 and the DSPZ. I think they're tier 5s, in which case then obviously those are the tanks that Zoe missed out on getting. But you can see at this long list here, if she'd actually got all of the targets she'd actually been aiming at, I'm pretty sure she would have ended up with at least 8 kills, possibly more. Let's have a look at the... oh, I should mention, actually, she did get the high caliber in that one as well. She did the most damage in the game overall. Let's have a look at the team score and see exactly where she came out. 2,540 hit points of damage, easily the highest damage. The next high scorer being the VK3001H on the enemy team with 1,621, followed by the VK3001H who kill-stealed off her, and he was on her own team. When it came to kills, it was Zoe again with 5 kills, 3 kills for the VK3001H, and also for the enemy VK3001H and the DSPZ. And when it came to base XP, yes, it's Zoe still again, so she's got top in all 3 columns. 1,013 went to Zoe, 794 went to the VK3001H, and 631 went to the other VK3001H. Let's have a look at detail. Zoe fired 67 rounds in that game, got 55 direct hits, 46 penetrations, damage of 2,540 hit points, of which 359 were done at more than 300 meters. She received 11 hits from the enemy, but 8 of them were non-penetrations and 3 hits by way of splash damage. In fact, yes, the Stug was firing HE at her instead of actually normal rounds, and I suspect that's because he was having a bit of difficulty trying to penetrate her armor. She blocked damage of 490 hit points in total, spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 201 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, she earned 26,537 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 14,912 credits. She received 1,013 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 1,500 from personal missions payout, and took away 4,540 experience points altogether. And the win rate from the battle was 15,734, and she said so close to a Top Gun. Well, she probably would have ended up with 8 kills on my books, because you can see here 9 and 5. So if all those other kills had actually gone Zoe's ways instead of being kill-stealed by her teammates, then she would have ended up potentially with 9 kills. I reckon she would have easily got 8 were those tanks not taken away from her when she was about to shoot them and they were taken down by someone else. But 15,734 win rate is a very high score indeed, super income standard and a lot more, and just goes to show that even though Zoe didn't get an ace in the game yesterday, she's done it before and she'll do it again because she likes the Matilda. It's a really good tank. It's a fun tank at tier 4, and that's why at the end of streams nowadays, instead of having a tier 3 battle, we have a tier Matilda battle, and that's a lot more fun. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.